It's game 3, a rubber game of this series at SunTrust Park in Atlanta. The Nats and the Braves. And let's get this thing going with some rookie talk again. Remember how we were talking about Soto and Acuna on Friday? Well, we were putting them up on the marquee, all the advanced billing, and nobody has gotten up and walked out of this movie yet. These guys have been keeping our attention on them.
Yeah, they've lived up to the billing, haven't they? I mean, it's been exciting to watch these two guys run around this series. The battle for Rookie of the Year in the National League right here in Atlanta. In this series, Juan Soto has had a fantastic series. You remember the home run on Friday night, the 20th home run he's hit this year, so setting history every single time he takes the field. And yesterday, he had a fantastic day with the RBI single. In a part of his game that maybe he heard us talk about Ronald Acuna Jr. and say the only thing that Soto doesn't do that Acuna does is steal bases. Yesterday, for the first time ever, a teenager stole 3 bases here against the Braves. Unbelievable performance by Soto so far in the series.
Yeah, it's just on both sides of the ball. Both are doing wonderful things. And who would have thought that Juan would steal 3 in one game? So maybe he's revealing another part of his game. FP, as we look at the numbers from September, I think it's great because rookies are usually playing more games than they ever have before at a certain level. And these guys keep getting better, it seems. They're not wearing out at all.
They're 19 and they're 20. I mean, normal rookies aren't used to playing the extra 20 games. In the minor leagues, you play 142, 162 up here. But when you're 19 years old, you can play 200 games. It doesn't matter.
And the pitching matchup for the rubber game today, on the right side, it's Tanner Roark. On the left side, it's Sean Newcomb. Tanner's 7-5 career against Atlanta. He's pitched a clincher in this town before. And Newcomb's 12 wins lead the Atlanta staff. Brought to you by PNC Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. And by Long Fence, start living the difference. Visit longfence.com today. Schedule your free in-home estimate. There were no fences long enough to keep Henry Aaron in the ballpark. Great display, the statue, the video, his accomplishments, his numbers, never to be forgotten. Hall of Famer.
Look at the top hand. Look at the top hand on the statue. I mean, I'm breaking down his swing of his statue, but he was all about getting on top of the high fastball, rolling the wrist, and creating tons of backspin. Most of his home runs were low line drives.
Yeah, they really captured it in the statue there. Nats be gone. I tell you, blooper, their mascot, he has taken it to a whole nother level here in Atlanta. He's not the fanatic yet, but he's after Soto. He's going to arm wrestle Bryce here in a minute. This guy's really elevated his game.
Yeah, we haven't been here since May, so we'll give Blooper most improved mascot. He was basically a welcome mat when we came here in May, and now he's actually got some game.
Get him, Bryce. There he goes. Harper 1, Blooper nothing. It's 80 at game time, mostly cloudy skies. And a few sprinkles around the Atlanta area this morning, but the forecast is baseball. Trey Turner, career against the Braves, just great numbers, and they've had to deal with him for a couple of years now. Only Albert Pujols has a higher career batting average against them. Guys like D. Gordon, Cabrera, Holiday, but Trey Turner better than all but one. He's number 2 in the lineup. Victor Robles gets a start today. Adrian Sanchez is in there as well. Sean Newcomb pitched a really good game against the Nats back here on May 31st. In 7 innings of work, FP. He's been kind of up and down since.
Yeah, he's a hit or miss guy. Good game, bad game. Last time out was a real good one. 29th start of the season right now. 48th start of his career. 4-1 win last start against the Giants on September 10th. Gave up just 1 run on 3 hits over 6 innings. Struck out 8 Giants. Didn't walk 193 pitches in that affair.
1.99 ERA against the National League East.
All right, Acuna Jr. and AT Markakis, the outfield behind Sean Newcomb. Swanson Alves up the middle. One of the better young double play combinations in the National League. Culberson Freeman at the corners and Tyler Flowers behind the plate. This guy has been all the talk of the series along with Juan Soto. That guy. And it's been fun to watch these two kids go head to head. Sometimes, Carp, there's a little competition, the game within the game. And you feel like these two have made it their own personal battle this series. I'm going to show the world that I'm better than you. Ronald Acuna Jr. doing the same thing. So round 3 here today between 2 of the best young outfielders in baseball.
Yeah, 2 great duels in baseball today. These two. And then up in Boston, Jacob deGrom and Chris Sale today as the Mets are at Boston. So get this 135 game underway sometime soon.
This guy could say don't forget about me in this one. Let's see.
Yeah, 137 first pitch, and Newcomb throws it up and away to Victor Robles. Robles just 1 at bat in the series so far. Going to get a start today, and Newcomb misses up high with his first 2.
You got to make the Braves throw a strike. You want your stat of the day? They've walked 58 hitters in their last 9 games. That's including a game with 1 walk and 0 walks. 58 hitters.
And they're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Day today, honoring their players from many Hispanic countries. Los Bravos against Los Nacionales. 2-1 to Victor, who's 2 for 15 in 8 games. Inside edge, Phil Cuzzy, 23rd year in the big leagues, is the home plate umpire. Crew chief Jeff Nelson is at first today. Laz Diaz, Manny Gonzalez, 2nd and 3rd. Braves start the day 6.5 up on the Phillies, 8.5 on the Nats. Brian Snitker's ball club. Not that great at home, 3 over 500, but as we mentioned Friday, they're 15 over on the road. Go figure. Healthy rip by the rookie.
Yeah, when Newcomb's at his best, Brian Snitker will tell you he's aggressive with his fastball. A lot of times he'll start falling in love with the curveball change, maybe be a little too fine with his fastball. There's the standings.
And Robles gets pretty decent wood on it out to center. He was reaching for that ball, and Acuna Jr. forward to get it. First out of the ball game, Turner and Harper the next 2. Braves lead the season series 10-8. They've won 6 out of 9 here, but lately against the East, the Nats are doing a good job, winning 7 of 9. 15 career starts for Tanner against the Braves, 22 games overall. And then Sean Newcomb, the aforementioned ERA against the East. Everybody else 4.81. High strike to Trey Turner. Shallow at third, Culberson. Newcomb career 16 and 17. 48th start today. He's a 4.02 ERA guy. 25 years of age and 1-2 with a 5+ ERA and 4 starts against the Nats. Trey rips it up the middle. Hit number 164 starts the day. 8th most hits in the National League.
Get on top, Trey Turner. Watch, high fastball from Newcomb. There's your tomahawk chop. Boom, base hit up the middle. First knock of the day. There goes a no-hitter. Look out.
Ooh.
Georgia on my mind being played by the organist here. Is he trying to recruit Bryce?
Maybe that's what Blooper was trying to do.
They played Go Cubs Go the other day when he walked up to the plate.
Yeah, this guy, the mascot and the organ player might be one and the same. They're pretty clever down here. Bryce 305 since the All-Star break. 3 walks yesterday. Of course, Soto can make that claim too. Atlanta pitchers walked the ballpark yesterday. 14 total. Couple of hits and RBI, 3 walks in the series for Bryce. Sitting at 95 runs batted in.
Yeah, all those walks for Bryce. He has the highest on base percentage in baseball since the All-Star break at .432. You know who's number 2? Juan Soto at .430.
Yeah, Soto's numbers now starting to show up on some of the league-wide charts with guys who've had way more at-bats than him. More on that as we go along.
I mean, that's a group with Paul Goldschmidt 3 and Alex Bregman 4. So just to give you an idea of what those two are doing, it's pretty impressive.
So Trey Turner not getting a huge lead yet. Newcomb looking right at him. And Bryce off to the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Everything okay after that roll he took in the outfield yesterday. And he's homered against this guy this season.
Yeah, April 2nd right here at SunTrust. Ooh. Bryce has 13 home runs to center field this year. That's second most in baseball. And that's where the big boys go, straightaway center, the guys with the real pop.
Nats beat Newcomb 8-1 on April 2nd. 5 runs, 5 hits, and 4 1/3. Harper launches another one going that way. See you later. Probably within a couple of feet of where the first one was.
Bryce has 14 home runs to center field. I don't even know if that's second most anymore. I gotta check.
Unbelievable. The replay, art imitating life. I mean, that ball may be a few feet away at the most from where the first one landed. And for Bryce, RBI total up to 97 on his 34th home run.
Number 34 for number 34. Keep pitching to Bryce Harper. He can't hurt you.
Anthony Rendon stepping in now. So 2 extremely hard hit balls after the Robles fly.
Dan Coco getting some knucks right there from Bryce Harper.
One. Rendon surveying the left side of the infield. And that one at the curly W on his jersey, 1-2. Nats have hit 177 home runs.
I mean, it could be 40 and 100 for Bryce. 6 more home runs. He can do it. We're running out of time, but he can do it. You know why? Marlins pitchers, the young guys, are going to see what they can do against Bryce Harper. It's their test. So they're not going to walk Bryce because they're not trying to win games. They're trying to develop. And when you're trying to develop and you have all these games against the Marlins, they're going to throw to him.
Yeah. 5 games with those guys.
Yeah, he's got a chance. Those guys want to see if they can get Bryce Harper out. They're not going to walk him, but what's that going to prove to Don Mattingly or the organization?
Now it's full to Rendon, and he takes the walk.
I mean, what a turnaround, right? A testament to Bryce Harper's mental strength, where he was as low as 209 in June. Had the power numbers all along, but now the average up around 250. The home runs at 34, RBI at 97. In newsflash, he's going to get paid.
Something going on with Newcomb here?
No. I think he just needs a new rosin bag, unless the bat boy's a trainer too.
Yeah, it's the rosin bag. It is awfully muggy here. So Tyler Flowers out for a visit. 3 consecutive base runners. Dansby Swanson paying a visit as well. Let's go inside the numbers. Presented as always by the Make Today the Day people at PNC Bank. So highest on base percentage for a rookie all time. Juan Soto at 421 right now. I mean, Ted Williams is on that list. But look at the dates. We've got guys from the 19th century on this list.
Fielder Jones.
Evidently Fielder could hit and get on base. That has a chance. Right side. Soto rolls it through. Rolling to third. Rendon. Juan Soto, 3rd hit of the series. And he's on base for the 7th time. Attacking early.
He just can hit. I mean, I think moving forward, in what we know about Juan Soto, we don't know about Ronald Acuna Jr. He's smart. He's got a great head on his shoulders. You tell him one thing once, he gets it. He slid into third the other day. I was talking to Bob Henley on that play early on in the game. He just calmly got up and said, "Bob, I think I'm safe." And that's all he said. And they tell him one thing once, and he's got it. But I think moving forward, keeping your head on your shoulders as a young player may be the key to all of this on how they progress. The ability's there for both of them. If they let the major league lifestyle affect them or not might be the key, and there's no worries about that with Soto.
Juan Soto now has 112 big league hits. Ryan Zimmerman, 319 his last 24 games, and he could make this a huge first inning. It's already large. And a check swing right side. Freeman, little double pump, and Zimmerman will make it to first, paying off in a 3rd run. Ryan gets his 48th RBI as Rendon scores.
Good hustle by Ryan. Freddie Freeman's got a gun, but he double clutches, and that's the difference in Ryan being safe. He's not going to slow down. He always runs like that. That's for an RBI and 3-0. Watch the double clutch. Still a bullet to Swanson, who tried to return it as quick as he could, but if he doesn't double clutch, they might have had it.
Wieters, the number 7 hitter. And Matt hitting 184 right-handed, rams one into left. 4 hits in the inning.
Line moving here in the first. He scored 7 runs yesterday. He went 7-1. You drop a 3 spot here on Sunday, and the Braves must be thinking, uh-oh. Not allowing Los Bravos to settle into this one.
And now Roger McDowell, the pitching coach pardon me, Chuck Hernandez, the pitching coach, with an early visit. And the Nats will send at least 8 men to the plate, with Sanchez coming up. Eight for 36 in 20 big league games. Adrian has shown us a pop since being promoted 2 weeks ago. Outfield around to the right. So Newcomb is going to have to throw at least 24 pitches here in the first inning.
Yeah, Newcomb a big boy, 6'5", 255. His fastball can get as high as 96, 97. Not your typical lefty thumber.
2-1. And he takes it upstairs, ball 3. There's a pitcher with 11 hits on deck.
Yeah, the 4 hits off Newcomb in the first are news. The division's just hitting 178 against Newcomb this year. That's the best in baseball against your own division. Take that how you want to take it.
Bryce 3 RBIs away from that coveted century mark.
Might get it today.
It's early, isn't it? 3-2, runners on the move here. Sanchez jammed and he fights it off. One hopper to that outstanding fielding third base coach.
If he gets it today, he'd have to have 3 bases loaded walks after this, because they're not going to pitch to him.
Well, based on yesterday, it could happen. I don't think anything's off the table in September, the way these games have been going.
It's been a weird September for sure.
Sanchez pops it into center. Ender Inciarte. He caught the first one, and he catches the last one in the first inning. But in between, Bryce Harper makes a lot of noise. Yeah, he arm wrestled Blooper, took care of him, then he took care of Sean Newcomb. 34th for, as FP said, number 34. So 34 is all over the place here. Braves hitting .259, second in the league to the Cubs. Second to the Dodgers in runs. Ozzie Albies, 66 extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in doubles with 39. This second-year guy, a good player in his own right. .273, 22 and 68, 13 steals. And pretty much their regular lineup. These are the same starting 8 they threw out there against the Nats and Max Scherzer on Friday night. Today, it's Tanner Roark.
There's the arsenal for Tanner. Opponent's hitting .296 against the two-seam fastball. Just .129 against the slider. And .210 against his curveball. 31st start for Tanner. And he's gone 5 straight starts without a walk.
Yeah, that's interesting. 25 2/3 innings, 17 Ks over that time. Ronald Acuna Jr. is on a 4-game hitting streak, 7 for 16. As FP told you in our opening segment, 5 for 9 this weekend. And he's still seeing pitchers for the first time, and Roark on that list. Rendon even with the bag at third. 1-1.
Tell you what, there's some thought about moving Acuna down to protect Freddie Freeman next year, maybe hit him 4th, but with his speed and the way he's gaining knowledge of the strike zone and the threat of 1-0,
yeah,
I don't know about that. That's not from the Braves. That's just people around here talking. I can see why they're thinking it. You have somebody to protect Freeman, one of the best left-handers in baseball, but he's just too much of a force at the top.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Acuna Jr. It's interesting when you look at the Braves lineup, because a guy hitting behind Freddie Freeman has 91 RBIs. Nick Markakis, not the power threat this kid will be.
Yeah, you go left, right, left. It's hard to manage against that.
Yeah.
Bring in a lefty to face Freeman and Markakis a little easier.
Mile high right side. Here comes Ryan Zimmerman. Took a while. 1 out.
All right, here's your defense for game 3 of the 3-game set. Soto, Robles, Harper, the outfield. Turner, Rendon, left side. Sanchez, Zimmerman, right side. Matt Wieters behind the plate. You've seen them all hit already.
Ozzie Albies, 2 for 7. Couple of walks against the Nats. 5 for 12 against Tanner Roark. Nats play him to pull. Turner still on the left side of second base, and Rendon in the baseline third base side. Popped up over there, and a long way to go for Rendon. He's eyeballing it, and he's got it for the second out. Freddie Freeman, bases empty, 2 outs. He and Tanner have faced each other 46 times.
That was cool. Did you see the tip of the cap? They respect each other.
Nice.
Looked out there, tipped his cap. Very professional. Wouldn't expect anything less from either one of these guys.
And he's now 14 for 43 against Tanner on a wicked one-hopper to Bryce Harper. Now Markakis.
Right over Sanchez. Look at this. Top spin lob right over the net. Forgot Bryce was in right today for a second. I was like, who is that over there?
That's Freddie Freeman's 174th hit. He's 6th in the league, just ahead of Trey Turner. Nick Markakis has more hits than anybody in the National League, and as many as anybody in baseball. JD Martinez also has 176, hacking for the Red Sox. This guy playing some kind of baseball at the age of 34.
It's a perfect age. It's when the smarts, the experience, the ability, and the work ethic all intersect. I always thought between 30 and 34 is when you were at your peak. But the few outfielders that have kind of poo-pooed that theory in this series.
Yeah. Well,
I think when you're that age, you just don't know any better. When you're 19 and 20, you're just having fun. This is the big leagues. Woohoo. Who am I facing tonight? It doesn't matter. I'm going to get him no matter what.
Nick Markakis trying to drive in 100 runs for the 3rd time in his career. Hasn't done it since 101 with the Orioles 8 years ago. He went 112 with them back in 07. So he's having his most prolific year with Atlanta. 5th in the league at 306. 3-1 from Roark. And Tanner throws another pop-up. This one out to left. Soto coming in. Much easier for him than Turner going out. And that's it. A Freeman base hit. 3-0 Nats after 1. Stored after Clippard. Big story of that game. Tanner Roark, 5-hitter, no runs over 7 innings. And the Nats would take it into the clubhouse with their 2nd division title. September 16, 2014. Brought to you by University of Maryland, University College.
Bryce Harper, firefighter in there. Remember that? There is no wrong pipe. And Matt Williams with the "it's easy to win when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat" speech. Remember that?
Well, if you can beat Wall Street, your ship should come in.
I forget what he said, but it was something along those lines.
Yeah. Tales that get better with history. That one will not be erased by the sands of time. That was a wonderful night for the Nats down at Turner Field downtown. 1 ball, no strikes to Tanner. Good hack. He's 11 for 56 with 8 RBIs on the year. Ian Desmond drove in a couple that night. It's really all the Nats needed. And I remember it was really cool because after the clubhouse celebration, the Braves had a post-game concert out on the field. Everybody and all the Nats and their families, kids, wives, it was wonderful. Everybody kind of sitting on the grass on the third base side, savoring a division championship and listening to some good music on a fantastic night. That's Sean Newcomb's first strikeout. It comes against his 9th hitter of the day. Now Bryce in the hole as Robles comes out with Turner on deck. Newcomb that first inning, 31 pitches, 19 strikes. One.
Concern.
Yeah, they're not at the top of their game right now, are they?
Well, they were coming in, and then they won and beat Max Scherzer on Friday to make it, what, 6 in a row?
This ball hit well out to right center, but closing in the gap, Inciarte and Markakis. Yeah, the Braves were kind of treading water. Then they got that sweep at San Francisco. And you know about the season, FP, it's got its ebbs and flows, and it happens in September as well when you're trying to get things taken care of.
Well, they had a first time of winning a series in Arizona since 2011. That was a nice road trip. They went 6-1 on the trip. And then you come back here to SunTrust. You beat Max Scherzer, and they're thinking, we got this. And maybe day game after a night game came out a little flat yesterday, but the Nats are ready to play. And it's early in this one. I don't think they panic at all.
1-0 to Turner.
Cardinals coming in, then the Phillies coming in after that for their 10-game homestand.
This one out to short. Swanson. And Sean Newcomb, I'm sure he feels he needed a quick inning, and he just got it, leaving Harper on deck.
Tanner Roark's hit a little bit of a bump here in his 2 starts thus far in September. Davey Martinez noting that the last couple times out for Tanner, a lot of the damage against him has been with 2 strikes on the opposing hitters. And Davey's saying earlier today that the focus for Tanner, or really any pitcher when he has 2 strikes on a hitter, should be realizing that you're the one that's in control. As a hitter, Davey says there's a lot for you to think about when you've got 2 strikes on you. Is the pitcher going to elevate a fastball, bury an off-speed pitch? Is he going to challenge you or try and get you to chase? And Davey says for the pitcher, you should use that to your advantage. You don't need to be perfect. Don't worry about striking guys out, he says. Just realize you're the one in control and make a good pitch.
Well, Tanner had 3 fly ball outs in the first inning. A little unusual for him. 14 pitches, 8 strikes. Charlie Culberson. Only time he faced Roark was a home run back earlier this year when Tanner came out in relief in a game. Nats were playing an extended ball game, and Tanner tried to help out.
Good sinker right here under the hands. Watch the late run and going down too. That's nasty.
Yeah, Nissan will get some ground balls if he keeps doing that. And the 0-2. And he follows it up with a nasty breaking pitch. First strikeout. He's retired for the first 5.
Yeah, slider's been a good pitch for Tanner this year. Opponents hit just 129 against this. Very subtle. Made him aware of the fastball in. Then all of a sudden, you feel like as a hitter, you got to cover that pitch and watch the hips and the shoulder fly out as the ball goes the other way. Nice sequence.
Ender in Ciarte. Had a couple of doubles that were big for the Braves in their early innings, scoring against Max on Friday. In the series, 3 for 9. Trey Turner right there. Smooth, 2 down.
All right, Teddy's Garage Sale. This is cool. September 24th through the 26th. The Nats are hosting the inaugural. That means the first one, Teddy's Garage Sale. Fans who purchase a special ticket to the game also receive their choice of available garage sale items, including giveaways from 2018, past 8 seasons, maybe even 18-18. Who knows? Visit nationals.com for more details. Teddy's Garage Sale. Sell his glasses. He needs to sell a few pounds, I know that.
Get ahead on the breaking ball does Roark against Tyler Flowers. Tried to run the fastball back. 1-1. Pretty sharp so far. Sanchez shaded way up the middle. So he jammed it, fouled it down to his foot, and it's 1-2. Kurt Suzuki started yesterday for the Braves behind the plate, went 1 for 3. So our 2 Masson games, we've had Flowers back there for Atlanta. Wow. Depth and the big time break. Tanner, a couple of strikeouts around the ground ball. 3-0 lead early. 2 of those from Harper's bat. And Roark is dealing. He's already done it once today, FP.
Yeah, 3-0 Nats, top of the 3rd inning. He's responsible for 2 of them. StatCast AI, powered by AWS, going to show you Bryce Harper's 34th tater. 431, 106.7 the fan on the exit velocity. 29-degree launch angle, and there it is. Home run leaders. Bryce Harper right there, one behind Matt Carpenter. And take that, blooper. You want to arm wrestle me? I'll go deep.
Yeah, thanks for loosening our guy up and getting some competitive juices flowing. Not that that's ever Bryce's problem, but he beat Blooper, their mascot, in an arm wrestling contest, and minutes later, straight out of here to center. 9-pitch second inning for Sean Newcomb. And he goes inside edge with a 94 heater. So Bryce now 11 homers, 43 RBIs since the All-Star break.
Hasn't really been finishing the curve so far, kind of just casting it out there, not really pulling the shades down.
Yeah, easy takes for Bryce on the hooks right there, 2-1.
And Bryce has 19 walks in his last 60 plate appearances. That's the highest in baseball. You feel like he's got another one coming here. Changeup.
Mercedes-Benz.
He saw it in and thought it was the first pitch. You see where the first pitch was, fastball in the same spot. That's why I think the changeup in is a good pitch. Your brain tells you it's a heater. You never see it in there.
Tried to get 95 by him. Bryce has already walked 116 times. Mike Trout 115, far and away the big league leaders.
Change up in again.
And he misses with the fastball away. And Bryce Harper is on base now for the 7th time in this series. Then you've got a couple of really big on-base guys coming up. Look at these streaks. Anthony Rendon is already aboard with a walk today, so he goes to 25. Juan Soto already has a base hit. He goes to 21. So Rendon walked right after the Harper homer, and that restarted the inning for the Nats, because after Soto sent him to third with a base hit, Ryan Zimmerman got the RBI ground ball. And Rendon drives this one down the right field line. See you later. 5-0 Nationals, and Rendon makes it to 20 home runs.
.20-75 for Anthony Rendon. Fastball down and away and just goes with it. That's where the ball goes here at SunTrust, to right. It was just a matter, is this going to stay fair or not? And it did. 5-0. And this place is quiet.
So Rendon hit 25 last year. He's at 20 this year. And his career home run total climbs to 98. Harper dead center, Rendon the other way down the line, and here's Soto. Ooh, front door breaking ball.
You look at Newcomb's game logs this year. It's he gives up 5 runs, 3 runs, 1, and then all of a sudden 5 and 7, then 0, then 6, then 3, then 1. It's just you just don't know what guy you're going to get every 5th day right now with this kid.
And remember the number coming in. You gave the batting average in the NL East. I gave the ERA at 1.99. That's obliterating those numbers in this game so far.
This lineup's clicking. It's been stable. It's been the same lineup almost every day for a good 4 weeks now.
Three and two.
You get a rhythm as a hitter. You know who's hitting behind you. You know how they're going to pitch you because who's hitting behind you. You know how you're going to get pitched because who's hitting in front of you. You start to get a rhythm as a lineup and you get confidence in it. And Davey Martinez sticking with the same one here in September, and it's worked.
Off speed, and Soto strikes out. Second K for Newcomb. Let's go back to July 1st, prior to the All-Star break, the mythical first half of the season. So 265 over a whole season, that would lead the league, and it is right now. Since then, the hits, the runs, getting on base percentage plus slugging. By the way, the Nats came into this game today 3rd in the league in runs. They've gone over 700 with today's performance. They're at 704. It's a lineup with balance. 5th in homers, 2nd in steals. Ryan Zimmerman check swing ground ball to Freddie Freeman first time. Ryan hustled it out. They couldn't turn 2, and he got his 48th RBI. Breaking ball, and that ball is crushed into left. Ryan rounds the bag big. Acuna returns it, and the hits keep coming.
It's decision time for Brian Snitker right now. This might be a short day for his left-hander.
Yeah, bullpen's been busy.
Can't let it get more than 5 or this one's over.
Kyle Wright.
Five in the 3rd with his lineup. Doable, but the way Tanner's pitching, you wonder. Looks like a bigger number even with the first 2 innings Tanner Roark's had.
1-1. Yeah, Tanner just 23 pitches, 15 strikes, 1 hit, couple of Ks already. Newcomb 12 and 8 with a 3.82 ERA coming in, his 29th start of the year. Ball skips in. Flowers with the stop. And by the way, the Red Sox have 3 on Jacob deGrom. 3-0 Boston. deGrom and Chris Sale at Fenway.
Are they earned?
I'll look it up.
Being told yes. Because that's really all he's pitching for,
Yeah.
is the earned run.
Yeah.
Max is going to check. Let's go down there to watch real quick.
Had DeGrom's thrown more than 24 games in a row with 3 earned runs or less given up. Time given by Phil Cuzzy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 3rd, Matt Wieters. Breaking ball stays out.
I think that base hit that Trey Turner had in the first rattled him. And the reason why, Carp, if you got giddy up on your fastball and you have confidence in it, you throw it letter high, and a guy gets on top of it and hits it right by your ear, now you're thinking, man, my fastball can't have late life. Usually when I elevate, it's a swing and a miss. This guy barrels it up, hits it right by my ear. Now he start going curveball. Well, that's not there. I think I got a good feel for my curveball today. Changeup's okay. He's really pitching with 1 pitch.
3-2 and Wieters skies it to right. Albies angling toward the line and now having to backpedal the other way. That ball always has a little reverse spin on it coming back. 2 outs.
All right, come out to Nats Park for Faith Day, Saturday, September 22nd. Watch the Nats and the Mets, 4:05. Stick around for a post-game Faith celebration. All kinds of really neat stuff going on after the ball game. It's a good one to stick around for. Nationals players will be there. Carp will be there. For more information, visit nationals.com/faith. I'll be at Salt Line thinking about you.
Here's Sanchez.
And Ciarte in right center. They've seen Adrian's recent at-bats where he's been driving the ball in the gap that way. That's where his strength is.
Pretty good rip. Adrian fly ball to center first time. Hey, you're up by 5, but you'd still like to turn the lineup over, so he'd love to get it to Tanner Roark here, get a knock, get on base here in the 3rd. Target up. Sanchez ripped it right past the 3rd base bag. Big breaking ball, swing and a miss. But Newcomb walked the leadoff man, Bryce Harper. And so then Rendon goes right field line and hits one out of here. So for Anthony, his 20th RBI, 74-75. 5-0. this year. Fan Appreciation Week when the guys come home. The dates are the 20th through the 26th. So join us for the last home games against the Mets and the Marlins. You could win great prizes. We say thanks to our great fans. Get your tickets at nationals.com. It's all Nats, 5-0. Homers by Harper, Rendon, and a Zimmerman RBI.
All right, Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers are donating $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 homers hit by the Nats this year. Lexus Experience Amazing. Are we going to get to 200? Where are we at, Craig?
178.
Oh, yeah.
It's a chance.
Probably by the end of this game.
Now that would be something. Nats hit 215 last year. Roark and the bottom of the order. Swanson looks like a pinch hitter. And then the top of the order, Acuna. We'll get to the on-deck circle in a second. Dansby Swanson 0 for 6 in the series. Couple of walks. Tanner's got that breaking ball going on. 1-1. And Rio Ruiz, left-handed hitting infielder for Sean Newcomb next.
He dances in the sand.
And Swanson gets jammed, hits one out into center. Soto gets to it. So they get a man aboard ahead of the pinch hitter. Rio Ruiz 1 for 4 career against Tanner Roark. So for Newcomb, 5 runs, 6 hits in 3 innings. 2 walks, they both scored, and he struck out 3. 73 pitches, 45 strikes.
Yeah, big thing for Tanner now, just be aggressive. Don't try to be too fine. Finish that fastball, hit your locations, but just be aggressive. Only thing going to get you in trouble are walks. 5-run lead, stick with the game plan, but an aggressive one.
Only the second batter today he's had to face off the stretch.
Yeah, Max said some interesting things after the game the other night about how he was in the stretch the whole time and really couldn't get back to the windup to get his mechanics in sync so that he could be more effective out of the stretch.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy the other night.
He was just a little rotational more than we've seen him in recent memory.
Yeah, in the first 3 innings, Max was off the full windup for only 3 batters. Because in each of those innings, the first or the second guy got on. And that just usually doesn't happen with him because he's, as a rule, so unhittable and such good control. Tanner Roark throws a strike, and that fills the count. Nissan pitch cast.
Take it. Let's see where it was. I thought it might be low. This is where Matt Wieters caught it.
Runner goes. Tail of the tape, these two against each other. Braves 6 out of 9 here, 10 and 8 overall. Average with runners in scoring position, no contest. Runs per game close. Nats the speed, and their starters have been better than a run per game than the Nats. It's turned into a great rivalry in this division over the years because the Braves were the top dogs for so long. And then starting in 2012, the Nats kind of snatched that away and took over the top of the division over the next several years. And now the Braves trying to get back on top.
Yeah, I liked it when they used to bean each other every other game. That was fun.
3-2.
If you're not the one getting beaned.
True. Runner again moving. Ball 4. Top of the order coming up. Tanner's first walk. So they go 2 for 8. First time around the order.
First walk in 5 starts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's around 30 innings. And it was 1 month ago today when he walked Harrison Bader of the Cardinals in St. Louis that he walked anybody. So quite a streak has ended.
This guy likes the first pitch. Tanner and Matt know that.
Popped up to Ryan Zimmerman first time.
Such a quick bat. He lets the ball get deep.
Yeah, 2-0 slider there.
Brian Snitker just wants this inning to get to Freddie Freeman. Tanner doesn't.
3-1.
Nervous skipper all of a sudden. You can see why.
And he got under that one to center. Victor Robles. Swanson tagging. He's not going anywhere.
Big out. Big out.
Ozzie Albies is next. And with a practice swing, Ozzie just hit Matt Wieters right in the mask. Fouled out to Rendon, who had to run down the left field line and grab his fly ball first time. This one into right for Bryce Harper. 2 down. Early in the count, first time up, Freddie Freeman rocked a base hit into right. Sanchez was out there on the ship, but it got over his head and one-hop Bryce Harper. So Adrian's going to retreat again. And in the 3rd inning, it becomes a big matchup here. 2 on, 2 out.
did that Facebook game with Mark DeRosa, and we did a hit before the game, and they asked us who we'd rather have, Acuna Jr. or Soto, and I said, well, it depends on, you know, who you have around him. I said, you know, if you have Acuna Jr., he's got the speed, you got a bunch of slow guys around him, then that adds that dynamic to your lineup. And I walked in the Braves clubhouse to meet with Brian Snitker, and Freddie Freeman caught me and in front of the whole team was saying, hey man, I got 36 career stolen bases. Are you calling me slow? I said, no. I go, nobody talks about a visiting player in a better light than I do about you, so save it.
Yeah. Well, he's not paid to steal, but occasionally he'll nick one on you. Good fastball by Tanner to the outside edge.
I said, you, Yelich, and Stanton are my favorite players, so save it. That aren't Nats.
Everything away. It's 2-1.
It's a good pitch. Maybe out, but not an easy take. Now Tanner's saying, if you're going to beat me the other way. This isn't going to be 5-3 with that short porch and right. I don't even think you try the front hipper here. Stay away.
Yeah, that was the curveball hanging around the outside edge, probably outside, and Freeman just went out there and bumped it out of play. And that breaking ball had to be swung on. Coming back for a strike. Swing and a miss on a fastball up and away. Tanner Roark, 3 strikeouts today. This is the big one right here. Middle innings, the Nats still by 5. By the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyattoyota.com for great deals. Well, we've got the Navy Yard. They've got the Battery, their surrounding area. A lot of things going on down here in the still new ballparks, wrapping up its second year. 560 Nats, 020 Braves. Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com. 22-year-old Huntsville, Alabama native and a Braves #1 pick a couple of years ago. In fact, just last year, Kyle Wright fast tracked to the big leagues. This will be his third appearance out of the pen.
Yeah, fastball 97. He's got a good one. Curveball to go with it that's pretty good.
Tanner Roark struck out swinging first time up.
Big out getting Freddie Freeman to end the third.
Yeah, that was huge. 2-1. Nobody out in the top of their order coming up. Took Tanner 24 pitches that inning, but he's still okay on the pitch count. 47 over 28 strikes through 3.
But you get the feeling that the Braves have been walking so many people that they've been talked to. Hey, let's throw strikes. And then all of a sudden it gets in your head. Come on, I got to throw strikes. Ball 2.
4 in a row to the opposing pitcher.
14 walks yesterday, in case you missed it.
A club record.
3 already today, and we're in the 4th. And like I said earlier, well, now it's 61 walks in the last 10 games for the Braves.
Wow.
That doesn't bode well for postseason. Maybe they lock it in if they get there and change that, but you can't give free base runners in October.
And a bunch of those is one of their top of the rotation guys, Julio Teheran. Victor Robles, a pair of fly balls to center against Newcomb. All the Nats are seeing right for the first time. That's a well hit ball the other way. Robles, first base hit of the series, third since his return to the big leagues, and Tanner Roark stops at second.
Yeah, the hole created by Tanner Roark just lets it get deep, goes right through there. And then the celebration at first.
Trey Turner 1 for 2, base hit up the middle before Harper's first inning homer, and a ground ball to short, ending the second.
You know, thinking back, I got so few hits in my career. I should have celebrated more at first when I got one. You know, I acted like, oh, I do this all the time. Shake the first base coach's hand. I didn't. I should have thrown a party every time I got there. Fire trucks and fireworks.
Who was your favorite first base coach to visit when you got to first?
Mike Quaddy in Oakland, former Cubs manager.
Yeah. Trey offered, held the bat back. Crew chief Jeff Nelson agrees. 1-1.
Took me a while to figure that out because I just didn't go there very often. Who's our first base coach again? In September.
Can you name your third base coach?
No, I didn't even know there was one.
Okay. That looked like a strike until Trey started his swing, and the count's 1-2. More official at bats than anybody in baseball. He's been out there every day. Yeah, there was a game recently where Trey didn't start, but he ended up in the game later. So he's playing in game 150, and for the Nats, game 150.
I remember last year he had the hamstring, then got hit on the wrist. And this year he's done a nice job of posting every day. There's so much value in that in today's game when injuries are super common.
Yeah, this is really Trey's first full big league season because of the injuries last year. In 16, 73 games after coming up, and his original call up was late in 15. So he's been out there every day for the Nats. 3-2, hits it hard, hooks it foul.
Phillies down 2-1. They could cut it to 5.5, right? If they win today.
Yeah, they were ahead in that game with the Marlins.
Long way to go in both games.
And Turner reaches out to spoil a pretty good pitch.
Is 7.5 back with 12 to play doable, or is that just crazy?
I don't know. Maybe ask somebody from Philadelphia. Different time, different era. I think the Phillies were up 6.5 with 12 to go and lost the pennant 1964 by a game. They just couldn't win. And corralled by Swanson. He has a play at third. Tanner Roark trying to get over there, but an outstanding 6-5 keeps the Nats from loading the bases with nobody out.
Well, A, he saved a run. B, he got an out. So selling out right here. No way he's getting Trey at first. Or Robles at second. His only play was at third. And even though he double clutched, he still got Tanner Roark as he's fallen to the ground. Impressive play by the Braves shortstop. He's made a bunch of them lately. He's really improved his defense. He was decent when he got called up, but he's turned into a really good shortstop this year. All right, 100. Anyone? Anyone in for 100 here?
One swing could do it. Have to pitch to him right, at least to a certain extent. Not going to groove anything on purpose, but there are 2 on, 1 out. And then if you decide, oh, well, let's think about the next guy. Well, he hit it out of the park last time. Pretty good 3-4 combination in this game. Harper and Rendon, Freeman and Markakis on the other side. Target outer half. Too far out. 2-0. Well, after the Braves failed to score, this could be a mid-game punch to the gut for the Braves if the Nats can come up big here. All 3 on a breaking ball down and in.
Kyle Wright looks like Tyler Clippard without the goggles.
Leadoff walk to the pitcher started this inning.
Definite green light.
Oh, yeah. Bryce takes the walk, and the bases are loaded for Rendon. 2 walks around a homer today. Braves have walked 4. And Chuck Hernandez has done a lot of walking to the mound the last couple of days.
All right, 3rd inning. In case you don't remember, there was a whole inning to go. Little slicer down the line, 345. 20th home run, RBI number 74 and 75. Handshake for Bryce Harper. Juan Soto says, now you have as many as I do. And this game is flying.
September 2018. It'll go down as the longest month of baseball in the history of the major leagues. They were paying people by the hour this month. Teams would be broke all over baseball. So Rendon will walk in a run. And then he drove in a guy who walked with a home run. He likes to swing early. And that was relatively easy take for Anthony. You can hear the ball skipping into Tyler Flowers' mitt. Anthony Rendon now 8 career homers against the Braves. 47 RBIs. Ball 2. Victor Robles singled the other way. He's at third. And Trey reached on the fielder's choice before Harper walked. Bryce right next to Freddie Freeman over there. Ball 3 off the plate in.
$14 walks yesterday. 4 so far today, and a 3-0 count. I say swing hard in case you hit it.
Inside edge. Rendon thought he might have walked. Where was it?
Well, they're showing it because it wasn't a strike.
Mercedes-Benz on strike 1.
Okay, we don't show 3-0 pitches.
Rendon, right field, and flagging it down is Albies. Good job by the runners to all stay home. They threw in behind Trey Turner. 2 down.
All right, you want to see something cool? Watch this. This is very cool. All 20 of Juan Soto's home runs this year. Check it out. Saw this before the game. The truck put it together. Watch the high one to left. I think that was the wind-blown one in Yankee Stadium that fooled Brett Gardner. But isn't that cool?
Equal distribution.
And it's pretty, too. I mean, he's just wherever. Homers to left, center, right, wherever you pitch it, he's got power. Line-to-line power. 20 home runs.
Well, he gets a right-hander here. 1 for 2 against Newcomb. Juan sitting on 63 runs batted in.
Wow. That ball hit the dirt and they called it a strike. You could hear the first base, third base dugout chirping. Watch the catch. Maybe Phil's had enough. Maybe he wants to break this one open.
Yeah, the 3-0 pitch to Rendon was a ball, but he called it a strike. And then Wright able to come back and get Anthony. Soto hit himself with that one.
Oh no. He hit himself hard too. Take your time. That was a direct hit, and he squared that baseball up, and you heard him scream when it hit him. Check it out. Top of the foot.
Yeah, getting all the time he needs. Hitters will tell you that when that happens, your whole foot and your ankle can go numb for a while.
Well, a Juan Soto thing would be to hit a grand slam right here after that. In an 0-2 count after smoking your foot. Wouldn't be shocked a bit.
Change up way outside, 1-2.
Well, he did the Soto shuffle. He's okay. You're not dancing after a take if it's hurting that bad.
That one skips in, blocked by Flowers, 2-2. Highest percentage of opposite field homers, 8 out of 20. Ian Desmond using Coors Field to his advantage. Wilson Ramos in St. Pete and in Philly.
And that's have 23 opposite field home runs this year. That's the most in baseball.
2-2. And Soto to left. Acuna drifting back for it. Long inning. The Nats will strand 3. And as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, it remains 5-0.
I think just threw out Chip Hale, the bench coach, while we were at break. You remember the 3-0 pitch to Anthony Rendon, and then The curveball to Juan Soto that almost hit the dirt. I think Chip Hale was chirping in the dugout between innings, and Phil Cuzzy ran him at the tail end of it. So much anger.
Yeah, I was just thinking Las Diaz is a whole lot closer to center field today than he was Friday.
Yeah, I just read his lips. He said, goodbye, goodbye, Chip.
And by the way, in that inning, Kyle Wright officially threw 30 pitches, 14 strikes. And he did not throw 14 strikes. So the Nats unfortunate not to get back on the board in that frame. Got to play on now and get Tanner Roark back out there and keep putting zeros on the board.
I think the last thing Chip Hale said before he saw him turn and go down the tunnel is, that's embarrassing.
Strike called to Markakis. Nick flew out to left first time. Up and in, 1-1.
I mean, the other night with Las Diaz, I think Bryce handled that as well as a Major League Baseball player can handle it. When he was arguing, it's like he learned from Jason Worth. He was just kind of looking down, chirping at Las Diaz. But, you know, going back and watching the video of that, Las was saying to Davey Martinez, you take care of it or I will. He said, you take care of it or I will, when Bryce was in center field. And he goes, okay, you're not going to take care of it, then I'm going to take care of it. And he snapped his mask back on and got behind the plate. And you remember when Bryce finally got up there, he got that pitch called about a foot outside on him. So Las Diaz telling Davey Martinez to take care of his player, or that he was going to, I think goes beyond the lines of what an umpire's here to do.
And a ball hit pretty well out to center for Robles. Victor's got it, 1 out, bottom of the fourth.
We weren't going back to this today unless something happened, and we had a feeling that something might boil over. That's the first ball called at Bryce, and we've seen worse. Now watch Bryce in center field, top of your screen, throws his hands in the air, and then Las Diaz throws his hands in the air, and he would go way out there, halfway to the mound, talking to Bryce, yelling at him in center field. Davey Martinez saying the game's right here, don't look out there, what are you looking at? Then this call. And Bryce never turned back to him until the very end there. So all kinds of lines I thought were crossed in that game, and I'm sure something's been said to everybody involved, especially Las Diaz. I don't think Bryce did anything wrong. I think Bryce's body language and demeanor toward umpires, when he was younger, was adversarial. It isn't anymore. He's handled it like an adult, like a professional all season long. And he said he's wanted to stay in games. That's one of his goals. Remember when he would just snap and look right back at him and throw his bat down and get ejected immediately? We haven't seen that from Bryce all year.
Ball drops into the dirt, 2-1 to Charlie Culberson. Pulls one down the line. It's out of the park and hooking foul.
Yeah, Braves had a chance to put this on ice last inning. Or the Nats, excuse me, had a chance to put this on ice last inning. Still flustered about the umpire stuff. The Braves are still in this. Still a ball game.
Challenge heater out to right center. Harper closing on it. 2 down. Tanner Roark getting a whole bunch of outs in the air today, but that's okay. I've got 7 of them so far. And next up, Ender Inciarte. So his ground ball to short. Second out of the second inning, the only out Tanner has on the ground so far. Rendon toes to the grass at third.
You know what goes in the clubhouse before a game, Carp? I want to share this with everybody. If certain umpires, I'm not saying names, and you know they have a reputation, before the game you joke about it. You say, so-and-so's behind the plate tonight. Swing the bats. Got to be swinging it. Here we go. Yeah. And then you already have that preconceived notion based on past experiences with a certain umpire, no matter who it is. And then you see that come to fruition in the course of the game. And while it was funny before the game and you're joking about it in the clubhouse, when your numbers in the game itself is on the line and a win or a loss, it's not funny anymore. But you know who's umpiring. They go over it in hitters meetings, the zones that umpires have, and if they're wide away, wide high, wide low, whatever. Good ball and strike guy. All that goes on before the game, but it's not funny when it starts to happen in the heat of battle. We used to do it all the time. I used to do it to Kurt Reeder, one of our pitchers. I'd be playing center field, and I said, oh, Woody's pitching tonight. I got my track shoes on. I'll be running a lot out there, and just yelling at him over to his locker. But when you had an umpire, you know you had to swing. We all knew it. We joke about it. And then once the game started, it wasn't funny.
3-1. Two-out walk. Let's have a look at this one on the Nissan Pitchcast.
You hear me when I'm making out my scorecards every day, too. I'd let you know.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a fun one today.
Yeah, I started this game with a bad attitude.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Must have been high, and here's Flowers. That was Tanner's second walk today. And Flowers in swing mode. That pitch up and in 0-2. Jacob deGrom still pitching in that game in Boston. He's through 6 innings on 3 earned runs, 4 hits. Red Sox lead the Mets 3-2. And in the American League, you don't have to pull a pitcher if you're down a run if he's pitching well for a pinch hitter. So he may go another inning or 2 up there. We're hearing Mookie Betts left that game.
He's had something to do. Shopping.
He wouldn't leave unless he had to, and we hope it's nothing serious for him. No swing, says Jeff Nelson. 2-2. No swing. Inciarte will have a head start. Full count to Flowers. That is trouble. And it's a 5-2 game as Flowers hits his 7th.
Well, now you know why Chip Hale was so upset down there. He knew his ball club had a chance to put this one on ice, and all of a sudden you got a 3-run game. He got on top of this. So we talked about Trey Turner and the tomahawk chop. That's a true one there by Tyler Flowers. Above the Los Bravos to make this a 3-run game.
Yeah, and that close call on the Inciarte walk led to that with 2 outs. So Tanner has to gather himself and go after Dansby Swanson here.
And the close call to Flowers with 2 strikes. Tanner had a step to the dugout. Matt Wieters stood up, started to run back to the dugout, and now he got a ball game.
First pitch breaking ball brings Swanson to his knees on the foul.
get some action in the Braves bullpen now too.
Pitcher spot is next. So Preston Tucker, left-handed batter on deck. That's right-hander Shane Carl. Swanson pops it up right side. And Zimmerman makes the call. And he takes it. A walk and a blast. Braves get a couple on to the 5th inning in this marathon on a Sunday. .570 Nats, 2-3-0 Braves. Zimmerman, Weeder, Sanchez. And after throwing 30 pitches, 14 strikes in the 4th inning, Kyle Wright still out there to face Ryan Zimmerman for the first time. Ryan, an RBI grounder and a base hit to left.
I wonder if getting out of that jam gave Kyle Wright some confidence here in the 5th.
Yeah, Robles had an opposite field single against him. He walked a couple of guys. 1-2 to Zimmerman, and Ryan pulls it to the shortstop Swanson.
All right, get one of those Steins if you're 21 and you're one of the first 20,000 fans at the ballpark. September 21st, Mets in town. It's Oktoberfest. Go to nationals.com to get your tickets. One of the best giveaways of the season. Get that mug right there. We need a Chia Pet next year again. Can I put in a request for one of those?
Who would it be?
I don't know. I think the fans should let us know, but we need a Chia Pet. Because I'm 0 for 1. And I want to try again. I took all the seeds and just smushed them on top of the Jason Worthing.
I remember that
and
story.
Everyone told me I wasn't supposed to use them all. So I need another try.
Right at Swanson. Matt Wieters gashing one. He's 1 for 3 today. Here's Adrian Sanchez. Dan has more.
Bob, Adrian Sanchez has always been known mostly for his defensive abilities, his work with the glove and his arm. Really impressive stuff there. But the Nats have been impressed with what Sanchez has shown with the bat over the last couple of weeks. Davey Martinez saying today he likes that Sanchez puts the ball in play a lot, a contact hitter that uses the middle of the field. And he's going to get some starts down the stretch against left-handed hitters. This kind of surprised me, guys. Over his brief major league career, Sanchez came into today hitting .316 off of left-handed pitching.
Well, looking for a knock today. 0 for 2. Fly ball to center. Swinging strikeout.
Marlins up 6-1 over the Phillies.
Wow.
And then I'm seeing on Twitter that Mookie Betts has a torn ligament in his elbow, sources say. That's a blow to the Red Sox if that's true. Wow. That's the best player in baseball. One of them.
Yeah. MVP front runner. Shattered bat. Swanson a busy inning. 2 assists and a put out, and the Nats are gone in the top of the 5th inning. Visit geico.com, see how much you could save. So Tanner Roark had 2 on, nobody out in the 3rd. He popped up Ronald Acuna Jr. All B's with a fly ball to Bryce Harper, and then the big pitch of the day for Tanner. The fastball up and away that struck out Freddie Freeman. He would go on to retire his first 2 batters in the 4th before the walk and the homer. But that inning keeps the Nats well ahead on a day when Rendon is at his 20th, Harper is at his 34th, and Tanner back to work here in the bottom of the 5th inning against the pinch hitter Preston Tucker, and then Acuna and Albies. Preston Tucker 0 for 1 with a walk in the series, and career 2 for 8 with an RBI against Tanner Roark.
It's a big inning for Tanner and the Nats.
Fastball rides high, 1-1. Shift on. Sanchez well into right field. And that is going to be really hard for Rendon to make the play. And by golly, he did it. Way to his right. Blind throw on the move on target to Zimmerman. Braves will have a look, but what a fantastic play.
I'm going to wait to get really excited for a second here. I mean, the play itself is just ridiculous.
Braves are going to challenge.
I mean, the jump throw going away, just to, I mean, to make it that, I think he's safe, and that's why I didn't want to go nuts. But the fact that he made it this close, can we celebrate that if he is safe? Look at this play. I mean, that's the big leagues right there, and that's Anthony Rendon. There's no such thing as tie goes to the runner. You're either safe or you're out. This is a big call in this game with Acuna Jr., Albies, and Freeman coming up. I think the reaction's kind of subdued from Tanner, like myself. I think he thought he was safe too. We'll see. The initial call is out, and that's the most important thing, remember. Is there enough to overturn that? Regardless of what the play is, it's always, is there enough video evidence to overturn it?
Yeah.
I think I get caught up a lot in whether he's safe or out, but it's about the video evidence overturning it. And for those of you that don't know, it's as soon as it hits Ryan's glove anywhere, and then secure in the back to end the play. I honestly think that's going to be tough to overturn. He looks safe to me, but can you overturn it?
He calls him out. Anthony Rendon, maybe his most amazing play of the year. Unbelievable range.
Maybe ever, Carp, if you want to take it there, because he's going away. Watch the squibber. So it's tailing away from him. The momentum's going toward the third baseline. He jumps and throws all in one motion across the infield. I mean, unbelievable play by Anthony Rendon. I mean, put 5 stars by that. That's amazing.
Anthony Rendon has made 5 errors all year, and he's made 4 times that in outstanding plays. It's a shame for him that there's a guy in Colorado who's the incumbent and wins Gold Gloves on a regular basis, because Anthony Rendon has been worthy a couple of times. Top of the order, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Arenado has 12 errors this year, if that matters.
It does, in my opinion, but we don't get a vote. Robles, the one-hander, to finish off that play. 2 down.
Almost overran it. I think they're having a good laugh right now. He had to hit the brakes. Watch this. He had to hit the brakes and almost overran it, reached behind him, and then acted like it wasn't a problem. Got a big ooh from the crowd here at SunTrust. Yeah, 970 fielding percentage for Arenado this year.
Two and 0. Albies a pop up to third, foul, and a fly ball to right.
982 for Anthony Rendon with the 5 errors you talked about.
I know the Gold Glove is an interesting thing because once you win one, somebody has to be amazing to take it away from you. And in Arenado's case, several in a row.
Unlike the Cy Young, apparently.
Good call. And sometimes offensive statistics sneak into the Gold Glove thing, which they shouldn't, but they do. 3-1. Not that Rendon is any slouch offensively, but
he's had 284 chances with 5 errors. 122 games started.
that ball's well hit out to left center. Robles on the way, and he's got it. Jumps up against the wall to stop himself. Collapses at the wall. Soto there to help him out. Looks like he took a shot maybe around the back on the right side rib cage, but look at this range. Gold Glove defense for the Nats in the fifth.
Back-to-back better plays all year at the major league level. First, Anthony Rendon with the play at third. Now this, watch him. From where we're sitting, you can see the baseball. There's no way he should have gotten there. He outran the baseball that was past him, and he caught up to it. I think that reach, he stretched something in his low back, maybe his oblique area, because we've been watching him between innings, and he's reaching down toward his left side on his back. And I kind of thought I read his lips in the dugout and said, I stretched something there. I'll be okay. What a play by Victor Robles. What a play by Anthony Rendon. The Nats flashing some leather here against the Braves. That was the Verizon Exmo 100% fiber optic network, 100% phenomenal. Visit getfiles.com. Wow.
Here we are, top six. Shane Carl against Tanner Roark, 27-year-old right-hander. 51st appearance this year. He's a contact guy for the most part. To the left side for Culberson, 1 out. Top of the order. Carl's given up only 47 hits in 59 innings.
Keep an eye on the swings here with Victor Robles. See if he's okay. Maybe he lays down a bunt here.
I like that idea. Opposite field, base hit last time. Hit a scorcher past Albies in the right field.
I don't even know if Michael Taylor gets that ball, and that's saying something. Where we're sitting and you're watching the ball tail away from him, it was in the gap, and he just outran the baseball. I don't know that I've seen that too many times.
One and two, one out, top six. Robles waits for that one. Backhand stop. Culberson. And he throws a bullet for the second out. Trey Turner 0 for 4 against Shane Carl. He's 1 for 3 today with a first inning single ahead of the Bryce Harper homer. So another big one for Bryce. 34 and 97 his power numbers. 20 and 75 the power numbers for Anthony Rendon. Hits up and down the lineup. And Shane Carl's come out of their bullpen throwing strikes. Ball kind of diving down and in there. 1 and 2.
Yeah, backup slider. I think Trey thought it was going to break down away, and it backed up on him.
Like that one did. 2 and 2. Got him. Pretty efficient inning for Shane Carl. 2 grounders, a strikeout. Tanner Roark will go back to work against Freeman and Markakis.
a nice job with this ballpark. Nats did a nice job with theirs too. Celebrate the start of the fall with our inaugural Bourbon and Baseball Tasting event, September 25th at the ballpark. You purchase a special ticket, you can enjoy tons of bourbon and then watch the Nats play the Marlins at 7:05. So what's better than that? Visit Nationals.com for all the details.
Roark Freeman. Pass ball up, bottom of the 6th underway. Freddie a base hit to right and a huge strikeout by Tanner, ending the 3rd with 2 men aboard. Shift on, off speed, ball 2. Braves box, Freeman has the only hit among their first 6 batters. Tyler Flowers, their big blow after the NC Arte walk in the 4th. So Tanner's done a good job against one of the best offensive clubs in the team, or rather in the league. One hopper, Sanchez backhand, fires to Zimmerman. That's a long throw, and for the first out in the 6th. It works.
You can play as deep as the speed of the runner and your arm is strong. So Sanchez has a shortstop arm. He can play right field, and Freddie Freeman runs decent, so that's how far he played. Perfect.
Markakis, fly ball to left, line drive to center. The Nats have kept Freddie Freeman to 1 single in this series so far. Low and away. Markakis 2 for 9 against the Nats, 3 RBIs, a couple of walks this weekend. 8 for 32 career against Tanner Roark. Oh, he brings the breaking ball around. That's the curve. A beauty, 1 and 2. Right field line. Nick Markakis, one of the guys who leads the league in doubles. And that's number 41 for him.
You know, between Albi's ball and left center, Freeman's ground out, now that double by Markakis, you think Davey Martinez is starting to see what we're seeing. Tanner might be getting a little tired here in the 6th. Bullpen's up. He's looking at his card. But those last 3 at-bats are red flags.
Wander Suero, Tim Collins.
And Tanner's done a nice job so far all day long.
Pitch count into the 90s. Culberson lined out to Harper last time. He's going to do it again, but it's on the ground when it gets there. Ron Washington will hold Markakis. 1st and 3rd, 1 out.
Now this is going to be a trip from Derek Lilliquist, you'd think. No, he's calling the bullpen. See if everybody's ready down there.
Yeah, Collins for NC Arte. So Tanner Roark will go 5 1/3. Davies made the signal before he gets to the mound. I think Tanner was waiting for the skipper to get there and maybe talk about it, but Davey made the wave as soon as he crossed the 3rd base line. Choose the winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube, for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com.
about some leather for you? Anthony Rendon with an amazing play. The arm strength it takes to throw that baseball falling away from the plate in the air is unbelievable. How about the accuracy, too? And then this, he just outruns the baseball. Baseball's by the E in Equifax right now, or by the U, and he just, it was like a quarterback that outthrew his receiver. And then the receiver just said, oh, I got another gear. I'm going to catch that for a touchdown. Unbelievable play by both of those two for some built-for-baseball action.
Yeah, now an inning later, Braves have first and third, one out. Tim Collins, 32nd appearance. Ender Inciarte faces him in a key spot here, 6th inning. Collins got Inciarte on a fly ball to right field, ending a bases loaded threat in the 6th inning on Friday night.
Come to think of it, after watching that play, I'd like to see Victor Robles run a fly pattern and have somebody cover him. I think he could. I don't know if there's a quarterback with a strong enough arm to hit him. I'll bet you he's a 4.3, 4.4 40. I'd bet closer to 4.3 after watching that.
Charlie Culberson 4 out of 6 this year, but he's got a lefty looking right at him. Braves are down by 3. They don't want to lose any base runners here.
It's the bunt here too.
Yeah, Inciarte, former leadoff guy, can handle the bat. Good speed. Out of play, strike one. That's some good cutting action away from the lefty right there. Strike two. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast. Inciarte requesting time. Phil Cuzzy gave it to him.
I want the fastball up.
Got him on the foul tip. 2 down.
Yeah, big out for Tim Collins and the ball club. So he came in to face Ender Inciarte. First and third, 1 out. The extra fastball there at 94 gets a big strikeout. And here comes the skipper playing the matchup game against Tyler Flowers. Nice job, Tim Collins.
Yeah, in similar situations, he's gotten Inciarte out twice this weekend. Wander Suero's been working. 100,000 jobs since 2015. Maryland is open for business. Be part of the action at open.maryland.gov. Andrew Jones, one of the best to ever play center field, and a teenager that was totally ready for the big leagues when he got the call.
And he got called up late when he was 19, so that's why we don't see him on everything when we show you Juan Soto. His first full season, I think he was 20.
Wander Suero will face a left-handed batter in Lucas Duda. But for the Nats, 27-year-old right-hander, appearance number 35.
Now he'll be on every Juan Soto graphic next year. Big out to get here.
Yeah, first and second, 2 outs now. Wander, first appearance of this series.
Changed him up. Locked him up. Lucas sitting 1-0 fastball, got the change from Suero. I think it was a change at 88.
And another one. 1-2.
Yeah, back-to-back changeups. Did you triple up on it?
I don't know. Tom Glevin's over there. Ask him.
He would. He did.
Yes, he did.
Well, I think.
A little harder at 91, but under his challenge heater.
Tom would throw you 6 in a row.
Five-two Nats, bottom of the 6th. Long way to go here. It would be a big inning to put a 0 on the board with Harper, Rendon, and Soto coming up. Swing and a miss. He got him. Collins strikes out Inciarte. Suero strikes out Duda. And the Nats into the 7th with a 3-run lead, and those big guns coming up. To you by Lexus. Experience amazing. And by American Standard Heating and Air. Find your local independent American Standard Heating and Air dealer at midatlanticcomfort.com.
Those are natural geysers. They found those when they were building this place.
Never know what lies underneath.
Yeah. Nice job, boys. Tim Collins, Wander Suero, big strikeouts to keep the lead at 3.
Former Nat Kurt Suzuki takes over behind the plate for the Braves, as Shane Carl, coming off an 11-pitch, 8-strike 6th inning, stays in to face a couple of left-handed batters around Anthony Rendon, starting with Bryce Harper. Bryce is 2 for 3 career with a walk and an RBI against Carl. First pitch slapped up the middle. Albies to his right. Freddie Freeman standing tall over there for the putout. Rendon next.
Nice game working. 20th home run. Webb gem at 3rd. Nice season working too when you look at the numbers all put together.
By the way, Jacob deGrom pitched 7 innings in that game in Boston today. 3 runs on 5 hits. ERA 1.78. It actually came up 0.07 of a run in that game. I think that's 27 times in a row 3 runs earned or fewer.
Did he win?
Well, Seth Lugo gave up a run in the 8th. They're behind 4-3, still playing. So he'll get a no decision and remain with a losing record.
Is there any way Max and he can pitch against each other? Come out. That's all I want to see. Just like cage match, winner take all.
Well, okay. Tell me what you think of this, because I was thinking about this based on our Rendon Arenado discussion earlier. Ignoring wins for a pitcher is like ignoring the number of errors that a fielder makes in the Gold Glove consideration.
Well, I think people would argue that the fielder can control it more than the pitcher can. But it's all subjective. An earned run is subjective. It's based on a scorekeeper's decision.
Here and there, you're right.
And an error is subjective too. Here or there at times. We've seen it all season long. But you're right. I mean, it's not every single game you see a big decision made on whether the runs are earned or not.
You know, but Nolan Arenado's made 2.5 times the errors that Anthony Rendon has. And they've both been great offensive players. They're out there for their ball clubs every day.
Well, they've both played short and third too, because of the shift.
Shift, you're right.
Yeah. Anthony Rendon's a pretty good shortstop.
1-2 to Rendon. Fastball rides high, and he just smashes it into left. So he's 2 for 3 today. Having some kind of September here is Anthony Rendon.
Yeah,
and August for that matter.
Got on top of this high fastball above the belt. He's just so consistent.
Anthony Rendon came into this game hitting .331 over his last 35 games. Today he goes 2 for 3. Here's Soto. Rendon now hitting .299. To the mound. They're going to try to get 2 here. And that's a 1-6-3 double play that'll get this one to the 7th inning stretch. Nats on top 5-2. Trying to win a series here in Atlanta.
authority of the Washington Nationals. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of that girl on the unicycle and the Washington Nationals. All right, it's a circus here in Atlanta, 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And that, not quite as impressive as Anthony Rendon and Victor Robles play, but pretty close. And I think that the unicycle's attached.
Washington area Toyota dealers helping children and their families. Every time a Nats pitcher strikes out an opposing hitter, $44 to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health. Blooper. He's kind of a hybrid between the Philly Fanatic and that crazy mascot down in Houston. Orbit, I think maybe is his name. Or her name. We're not sure.
If the Fanatic and a welcome mat had a kid, that would be it right there. Yeah, Bryce won the arm wrestling contest and he's winning the game. 34th home run. I thought it was cool. He had his 34th home run. He's number 34, and after the first inning, it was 3-4-0 Nats. I like numbers. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, it's a game of numbers
yeah.
and at times amazing symmetry. Right now, it's all about getting outs. Wander Suero and Dansby Swanson. Inside. Swanson against Suero, 0 for 2.
This is the inning, right? You got a Holland and a Doolittle down there for the 8th and 9th. Both have been lights out.
Ryan Flaherty, you saw him on deck. Fastball rides up.
And a Glover. Pretty good too.
Yeah, it looked like he was betting on a 2-0 heater and he didn't get it. Well, he got it, but it cut way away from him.
Back in the old days, if you were down by 3 and you're hitting 8, 2-0 was an automatic take. You're trying to get on to get the tying run on the plate, but the game has changed as we've all seen. And not a sign either, Cart.
Deep short. Dansby Swanson just too quick, but a fabulous play by Trey Turner.
I don't know. That was close. What do we got? Chip Hale's in the clubhouse. He can't make the call. Great play by Turner. That is some serious leather being flashed today. I think he beat it. Nice play, Trey Turner. No challenge, and we'll play on. Tell you what, the boys are playing some good baseball. All the way around. The offense, the defense.
Ryan Flaherty, first time against Suero. 4 for 30 as a pinch hitter, 3 RBIs. Zimmerman comes forward to get the grounder and didn't like the looks of the play at second and made the right decision to get the sure out. Next 5 ball games. We'll take you through the 2 at Miami, Fedde and Strasburg. Nats starters down there starting tomorrow night. Day off Wednesday. Then the Mets are in. You're looking at 3 of the 4 the Nats will play against New York. Then the Marlins are in to complete the home schedule before we finish it all up. 2 weeks from today is the last game of the season at Coors Field. Crazy. Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 1 against Suero.
Dansby Swanson bouncing around second like he wants to steal third. Down by 3, he has to make it if he goes. Well, they saw what I was seeing. He tried to go the pitch before, and nice job of putting on a pickoff to keep him close. That'll kind of stop that whole thing. He was trying to ambush him down by 3.
That ball ticked his bat on the way by, so it's a foul tip. Strike 2.
Boy, I was wrong. He was going on that pitch, and he didn't trust his jump, and he stopped. He is real eager to steal third. Now I think with 2 strikes and 1 out, you don't. He's trying to get there to make it a 5-3 game. Did I just hear 3-3-4?
0-3, the
0-3. Whoa. When's he up again? I'm gonna.
Well, that foul pop fly is up on the infield, and that's a good thing for the Nats. Sanchez, 2 down. Let's have a look at our PNC minor league insights. And Rhett Wiseman, a 24-year-old right fielder, had a heck of a year for High A Potomac. One of 4 outfielders recognized on the Carolina League postseason all-star team. Led Potomac in homers and RBIs. Former Vanderbilt Commodore. Finished 3rd in the league in home runs. What a great season. 3 years ago. Nats draft pick and having a good year. Well done. Here's Ozzie Albies. And he pops it up. Bryce Harper in right. Bullpen very good. Collins got a key out. Now Suero follows with 4 of his own, getting this 5-2 game to the 8th.
Away from a Curly W. Nationals Winterfest presented by StubHub is coming for the holidays now at Nats Park. So join us on Saturday, December 1st, Sunday, December 2nd. Holiday fun for the whole family. Ball players will be there. Bob will be there dressed as Santa Claus. Early bird pricing is available now, so purchase your Winterfest tickets by September 30th. To save, visit nationals.com.
Right around the corner. How many shopping days left till Christmas? Oh. Here's Chad Sabatka. Nats see him for the first time. 25-year-old Sarasota, Florida native. Played at the University of South Carolina Upstate.
Is there a downstate?
I don't know, but he's upstate. 10th appearance in the big leagues. 3 earned runs, 4 hits in 9 innings so far. Chad Sabatka.
6'7", 200 pounds. Fastball 96, slider 86.
Good crowd today. 33,403 in this 3-game series between these two rivals. A draw around 110,000. SunTrust Park. They're just ahead of the Nats, not by much in average attendance. 7th in the league at 32,000 or so. And Ryan Zimmerman pops one out into right center. Markakis for the first out. Wieters 1 for 3. And Matt will go to the left side of the plate for the first time today. 240 on that side. There's Matt Grace throwing and Greg Holland. Matt Wieters 1 for 3 today, hitting well over 290 his last 24 starts.
I think the evolution of Matt Grace has been a sneaky cool story this year. A guy that was a long man, come in when the starter coughed one up, 7-0 game, to getting some big innings when the ball club's behind by 3 or 4 runs to keep it right there, and then all of a sudden a high leverage guy late as the manager and the ball club gains confidence in him because of his performance. And now he's a guy that you're going to see in the 7th and 8th, maybe even the 9th inning at times, because of how well he's pitched and just kind of taking the bull by the horns with high leverage situations.
Yeah. And very high in the bottom of the 8th. He'll probably be out there to face Freeman and Markakis to start the inning. 3-1 from Sabatka to Wieters. A runner with 1 out for Sanchez. And Matt Wieters may not make it to first base. He'll have to touch it. There he is at first. Wonder if the Nats might pinch run here at this stage of the game, but they're up by 3, and I guess they love the way Matt's handling the pitching staff.
Yeah, you're not going to pinch run for your catcher up by 3.
So he's aboard with 1 out. Sanchez, the hitter.
But in your defense, you've seen so many changes lately. You just figure one's coming from both teams with the expanded rosters. Must be fun to manage with a 35 or 40-man roster. Winging it.
Yeah.
Didn't we hear that Gabe Kapler pinch hit for a shortstop in the 2nd inning?
Scott Kingery got pinch hit for in the 2nd inning before he had an at bat.
I'd be like, why start me?
Andrew is next.
Maybe he looked at him funny in the dugout or something. Maybe there's a story behind that. Didn't like the way he was taking his on-deck swings.
Busted bat, and Sanchez is going to have to hurry. He'll get there in time to keep the inning alive. So the Nats' first move of the day, other than To the bullpen will be Andrew Stevenson hitting for Wander Suero.
He has been making the most of one at-bat a game. It's been impressive for a young player.
Tough to do.
If you do it well enough, though, you might end up just being a pinch hitter. That's what the veterans used to tell you. You get a pinch hit, you go up there as a young guy, they say, guess what? You're a pinch hitter now.
Stevenson slaps one out to deep center. Inciarte back, and he has it right at the 400 mark. That's close to adding on, and now the bullpen's got to be good for 6 more outs.
On to chunk that baseball. Enhance your next game day experience with MLB Ballpark app. Access and manage your tickets. Enjoy check-in offers, exclusive content, much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
So here's Matt Grace. That's 29-year-old lefty, appearance number 51, 49 hits in 54 innings. And a nearly 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 46/12.
6'4", 215, two-seam fastball. 91 on average. Slider coming back the other way. Occasional changeup. Lots of ground balls.
Freddie Freeman 4 for 12 career against him. Gonna line one to left, and it's right at Soto. More on Matt Grace. Here's Dan.
Bob, talking to Matt Grace earlier on today about what's led to the success that he's had this year, he says he feels like his slider and changeup have made minor improvements this season, but the biggest difference for him has been that he's been elevating the fastball this year a lot more than he did in the past. Matt's saying that as a sinker ball guy, you're so conditioned to work down in the zone, down in the zone, down in the zone, but he found this year that when he elevates, changing eye levels for the hitter, it's really been effective for him. It's led to more swings and misses. His strikeout rate is up this season. So we've seen Matt Grace have an effectiveness not just down in the zone, but up above the zone as well.
And getting ahead of guys big. As you mentioned, the control numbers have been good. Markakis 3 for 12 career against Matt. And Nick backed up just a little bit, and the ball came back out over the plate. 2-2.
That was nasty. That started behind Markakis. Watch this. Behind him, strike.
The 2-2, and that's hit well the other way. On a hop to Soto. Two experienced left-handed batters going the other way against the lefty, and here comes Davey. So Matt Grace will get out Freeman, give up a hit to Markakis, and now a switch to the right side of the bullpen. By the way, the Braves have used all their left-handed bats. The only guy they have left is Johan Camargo, and he's not playing because of a left groin injury. So here comes Holland. The doubleheader at Philly. A shutout eighth inning to set up the Sean Doolittle save. In the nightcap, Holland would be the last Nats pitcher, and a scoreless inning despite a couple of walks to get his third save. And then the Nats go home and play the Cubs on Thursday, and Holland 2/3 of an inning with 2 strikeouts, 8 pitches, 6 strikes on Thursday. I mean, what a good week for the veteran, and he has totally turned around his season.
Yeah, 18 games with the Nats, 2-0, 2 holds, 3 saves, and an 0.84 ERA. Is that good?
That is tremendous. Overall numbers after a rough ride in St. Louis. Culberson 0 for 1 against him. Yeah, so he needed a bit of a breather. First appearance in this series. Rendon just beyond the baseline at third. High drive, deep left center. And this is a 5-4 game as Charlie Culberson homers against the Nats again.
6 of his 12 home runs this year against the Washington Nationals. Unbelievable. He did it again. You know, you got to judge players based on what you see, and what we've seen from Charlie Culberson. He's an all-star. Good player.
So 1-run charge to Grace. This thing a lot closer, and here's Inciarte.
That's the bunt right here.
Yeah, with that in mind, Rendon on the grass at third. Inciarte career 1 for 5 against Greg. 1-1. Wow, right at Zimmerman, a rocket, 2 down.
That was a double. If it gets by Zim. So Freddie Freeman lined out to left to start this. Nick Markakis with a pretty swing to beat a pretty good pitch by Matt Grace. Then the home run, that line out. The Braves are fighting here.
Yeah, and here's another guy who's had an inordinate amount of his success against the Nats as compared to other teams. Kurt Suzuki. "12 homers, 47 RBIs on the year." And Kurt against the Nats, couple of home runs this season. And 6 in his career. Big chunk of that was last year. Nasty breaking ball, 0-2. Now the game nearing 3 hours here in the 8th inning. We've got some rain falling. Sunday has always been the target this week for any rain that might arrive in this area as an effect of Hurricane Florence. When it starts to rain just after 4:30 on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, they don't do ponchos here. Well, I see one over there. Little poncho action. Having a rough go.
Yeah, and it started to rain right at the end of yesterday's game late in the afternoon. They got it in. Swing and a miss. Holland gets Suzuki. But the Braves pick up a couple, and this battle to the 9th. Washington on top, 5-4.
First inning, pitch to him, he can't hurt you. Fastball right down the middle, maybe middle away. His 14th home run to center field this season. He had 13 before that. That was second most in the majors, so we'll check on if 14 is the most. And that is your Ford drive of the game. Heard of your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. Bob, why don't you summarize this game for us?
Well, I will do so with the fact that the Nats scored a lot early. Anthony Rendon, a 2-run homer, third inning after Harper walked. Bryce in the first had homered after Turner singled. Rendon walked back in that first inning, driven in eventually by Ryan Zimmerman. The Nats since then only 2 hits, no runs, and Brad Brock makes his second appearance of the series right here, taking on Victor Robles. He had a hit and a walk, but pitched a scoreless 8th inning Friday.
So his job is to get his ball club right back in the dugout. Nat's job is to add on to that 1-run lead.
Robles sees Brock for the first time. Yeah, trying to get something going here just for an add-on run or two. Braves do have 8, 9, and 1 due up, bottom 9. And the doctor is getting ready to make a call.
There's your Chia Pet next year if they do it. Right there. I think he'd like that too. So Brock, fastball, slider, change. Lots of changeups at 23% of the time at 86. Fastball 94.
And a line drive that is easily covered by Swanson for the first out. Turner and Harper now. Trey 2 for 3 against Brock, and a 1 for 4 day today with that first inning single. That was important. Right in front of the Harper home run. Looks like the umbrellas have been put away. 1-1.
Let's check the radar. It looks okay. You guys are good. You take those off unless you're trying to lose weight. Remember the wrestlers? They used to wear those like suits in high school, and they'd run around forever and pull out the sleeve elastic and just water would pour out. Random thought.
Trying to get down to weight.
Yeah. That's
2-2.
That's healthy.
Out to short, Swanson. Extra hop. And he still gets Turner. 2 down.
I was with you. I thought that extra hop might be detrimental. Played it nicely, little tricky hop there at the end. Set himself and made a good throw.
Bryce Harper is 1 for 6 career with a walk against Brad Brock. So you know what's on his mind here with 2 outs in the 9th. And the Nats looking for insurance. Brad Brock has not given up a homer in 20 innings as a Brave. Gave up 4 in 39 innings with Baltimore.
Eight, 9-1 due up for the Braves in the 9th. Dangerous 1 too. Stick around to see Doolittle versus Acuna Jr. Meanwhile, Bryce trying to make it a 6-4 game.
Well, that ball and in the elevation, it would be 6-4. Harper on for the 4th time today. So Bryce has a couple of hits, and his on-base percentage, which FP mentioned earlier, way over 400 since the break, is just skyrocketing.
Yeah, it was 432 coming into today, the best in baseball since the All-Star break. He's been on base 4 times, so that'll go up a few points. He and Freddie Freeman are becoming good buddies. They've been good buddies for a while. Playing the same division, you're on All-Star teams together, you see a lot of each other.
Anthony Rendon, 2 for 8 career against Brock. Just a bit of a shadow. Sun actually coming out now. A bit of a shadow coming over the right side grandstand. No big deal at the moment. And he's going to slap a single the other way. So Rendon's on for the 4th time today with 3 hits. Can Soto do something big and give the Nats some breathing room here?
A little 2-out rally working. Knocked by Bryce, knocked by Anthony Rendon. Dealer's choice for who's the player of the game between those two.
And Soto will see Brock for the first time here. So the Nats had 2 hits from the 4th inning through the 8th. And now they have a pair with 2 outs here in the 9th. Juan Soto 1 for 4 today. Ball 2. This is interesting. Juan Soto has only been here, what, since May 21st in the big leagues? He's now 8th in the National League of any player in walks with 74. On base percentage coming into today, 421. On base 21 games in a row. And he was a little uncertain about that one. 2-1.
I didn't see Juan Soto swing like that very often. I think he got halfway through his swing and realized that ball's got some run on it. I better stop. Couldn't hold up. There is a base open here.
Way outside.
And that's telling me they're pitching around him to get to Ryan. 2-1 changeup, not even close. The right-on-right matchup. We'll see.
Soto, base hit. Here comes Harper. Halfway home from 3rd to throw into 2nd, and Juan Soto does it again. RBI number 64. The Nationals have an add-on run, a big one here in the 9th.
Yeah, judging by Brad Brock's body language, I think he was trying to pitch around Soto. He was trying to make that ball 4. Juan Soto expanded his zone. Probably was ball 4 in the 3-1 changeup, but he hits it up the middle. Bryce taking the helmet off because that face guard's hitting him in the face. And just like that, the Nats have a 2-run lead, and Juan Soto does it again. And I'm thinking, based on today, he has won the matchup in this series between the 2 young left fielders.
Zimmerman first pitch swinging, fly ball to Markakis. Sean Doolittle on his way in from the bullpen. Juan Soto, with his 3rd RBI of the series, puts the Nats on top by 2. An extra little piece of breathing room here as he takes on 891. 39th appearance for the doctor. He's just been fabulous. So good to have him back healthy now. 23 saves in 24 opportunities.
Well, the doctor is in. And so let's wrap up the Juan Soto thing. Last 21 games, 370, 5 homers, 15 RBI. Finishing strong for Rookie of the Year, and I think in this series he had a better series based on today. He was 2 for 6 coming in with a homer, and then 2 hits today. That guy's pretty good too, though.
Swanson 1 for 1 career against Doolittle. Out to short. He's 1 for 2 against Doolittle as Turner throws him out. Johan Camargo was evidently a decoy in the on-deck circle. Maybe if somebody got aboard, he was going to hit, but the bases are empty. And it'll be the former Cincinnati Red, Adam Duvall. They picked him up at the deadline, and he's hitting .093 for the Braves, 4 for 43, after doing big-time damage with Cincinnati.
I'm not sure it would have changed anything, but that extra run is big as Swanson swings at the first pitch. Maybe he tries to work a walk there, makes Doolittle throw a strike, but swinging at the first pitch down by 2 is still questionable. Sorry.
Yeah,
it is.
Some old timers would shake their heads at that, and even some guys not that old time. So here's Duvall facing Doolittle for the first time. Up in the zone, strike 1.
It's a big out with 25 homers on deck.
Popped him up left side and out of play. Johnny Holliday, Ray Knight. Nats extra when this one's over. Nats trying to win a series against the Braves, and if they do, the season series would end up at 10-9 Atlanta. Phillies have lost 6-4 at home to Miami. And the Nats, in their quest for a miracle, would gain a game on each ball club. Outfield straight away. 0-2.
The invincible fastball right above the Los Bravos is the one we see all the hitters swing and miss at. Ooh.
And he laid off 3-2.
That's a good take. That's the one.
Hot shot. Rendon's got it. Why not one more defensive gem today? 2 down. That ball was scorched.
Not a problem for number 6. One hot bullet. Plenty of time now once you get the hard part out of the way. Strike right to Ryan Zimmerman and a pow from the closer.
Nice.
Namaste.
Acuna Jr. against Doolittle. First time these two match up. High in the air, right field. Out of play.
Boy, when you're thinking about this series coming in, you said, that's got to sweep. They'll be 6.5 back. If they do, they'll be right in the mix. And the one game you saw them winning was Friday.
Yeah.
For sure, that didn't happen, but they've rebounded nicely here, out to get. Sweep would have made it 5.5. My bad.
Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. Nats win the series. Sean Doolittle saves it for Tanner Roark, who goes to 9-15 with the win. And the Nats have a pretty good weekend in Atlanta. Could have been better, but hey, they are still alive. There is still a pulse, and they're going to do whatever they can do now with 2 weeks left to go. 12 ball games total to somehow pull it off. 6-11-0 Nats, 4-8-0 Braves. Roark, the winner, Doolittle, the save. Big days from Rendon, Harper, and of course, Soto. Tomorrow night, coverage begins at 6:30. The Nats at Miami. This has been a presentation to Masson. Stay tuned now. Johnny and Ray have Nats Extra straight ahead and from Atlanta. See you later.